Hello students, welcome to today's YouTube video. In this video today, we have our top 100 questions for English. These 100 questions cover all the branches of English language, lesson structure, grammar, and what have you. Okay, you will find these questions in JAMB, in WAEC, in GC, and all of the exams. So make sure you go through, you follow us through these questions. Towards the end of these questions, I will be asking a question, and if you can answer that question, the three top answers to those questions, to that question I'll be asking, we get a little but nice present in my next video. So stick with me up until the end and you enjoy it. Let's get into it. All right, so like I said in the previous video, whenever you see the year, it means the year that the questions were selected from. So we're going to start with the first question here, which says, which of the following sentences is correctly punctuated? So we have four sentences here. We have the man who was tired, he left the party early. The man who was tired, he left the party early. Then we have the man who was tired, he left the party early. And we have the man who was tired, left the party early. Now, if you look at this sentence, they are all the same thing except the punctuation. So this sentence can only be divided into two parts. There is a man, the man was tired, and he left the party early. So we can break this question into two parts using one comma. The man who was tired left the party early. You must be careful of incessant or excessive use of punctuation in a sentence. It makes the sentence ridiculous. So this is the correct punctuation for the sentence. The man who was tired left the party early. Avoid unnecessary commas and ensure clarity. All right. Okay, question 2, taken from year 2010. What does the word quixotic mean? We have A, idealistic and impractical. 2, humorous and entertaining. Practical and realistic. Indifferent and unprincipled. Now, if you look at the little explanation I have here, it says quixotic refers to being overlistic or overly idealistic or impractical. Now, this quixotic is taken from this novel. You can read more about this novel. The writer name is Miguel. He made a character named Don Quixote in the novel. And according to that novel, the character was idealistic and impractical. Now we go to the next question, question 3, taken from year 2012. It says, choose the most appropriate preposition. She was hungry, dash her brother. You cannot say about her brother, of her brother, on her brother. The correct preposition there will be with. Okay. Moving forward, question 4, taken from 2015. Which of the following sentences is correct? He was so tired that he could hardly walk. B, he was so tired that he could hardly walk. Okay, the first is couldn't. And C, he was so tired that hardly he could walk. And then we have, he was so tired that walk hardly he could. Now, you definitely know this does not make sense. So it's the wrong option. And then this is wrong. Now, remember we said something in our last two videos that whenever you see objective questions, the first thing you should try to do is take out the two most wrong or idealistically wrong answers so that you'll be left with two. It's like the game of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You have 50-50. So you take out the two most correct options. So the two most correct options from this question will be A and B. All right. So, and then B would make more sense. You say he was so tired that he couldn't hardly walk. No, because there is negative and negative. So he was so tired that he could hardly walk. Let's see what it says. It says the double negative, you see. So the double negative couldn't hardly is incorrect. Remember we say in the law of in chemistry that opposite and negative attract. So you cannot have negative and negative. Couldn't hardly. There are two negative words. You cannot use them in an expression. It wouldn't make sense. So he was so tired that he could hardly walk. That's better. Now question 5 from 2006. Choose the correct form of the verb. If I dash the answer, I would have told you. Okay? And we don't need to talk much. If I know the answer, knew the answer, had known the answer, has known the answer, what would be the correct word? If I had known the answer, I would have told you. It's like two students in an exam hall and he's tapping on the other one and he didn't give him the answer. So at the end of the exam, Say, oh, if I had known the answer, I would have told you. Some persons might have made a mistake there to say, if I knew the answer, but that's incorrect. Now, question 6. The synonym of the word, remember we said in the last video that synonym means correct, the closest related word, or the closest alike word, or the closest nearest word, or the closest word with the nearest meaning, something of such sort. So the synonym of the word abate, abate means to reduce, okay, to diminish, okay. So diminish will go for it. Intensify is the opposite of that. Increase, the opposite of that. Expand, the opposite of abate. Then question 7, and we say choose the correct word. The children dashed loudly during the concert. The children were singing, are singing, were singing, okay, because there's a plural here. So let's see what it says. It says the past continuous tense, were singing. The children were singing, not are singing, because it's already a past tense. So it's a past continuous tense that tells us that something was happening over a period of time. So these children were singing loudly during the concert. That's better. Then we have question 8, taken from 2011. What is the meaning of ephemeral? This is a popular word, ephemeral. We have eternal, lasting for a very short time, continuous, increasing gradually. Ephemeral. Ephemeral means something short, something that doesn't last long. Let's see what it says. Something short-lived, short-term. So ephemeral would mean short term. So lasting for a very short time is the correct answer there. And question 9 from 2020. Which of the following sentences is grammatically correct? So we are looking for the question that, the answer that is correct. The question, the sentence here that is correct. Okay, that sounds and is correct to the hearing. Okay. Neither the teacher nor the student were aware of the meeting. Neither the teacher nor the student neither the teacher or the student was aware of the meeting. Neither the teacher nor the student were aware of the meeting. Neither the teacher nor the student is aware of the meeting. Neither the teacher nor the student are aware. The correct answer here will be what? Where. And remember in the last video, if you have not watched it again, go and watch it. It's in the channel, okay? Top 50 English questions. You would see something like this there, where I detailed and explained. I said you must always, the verb will always agree with the closest subject, okay, in a sentence. So neither the teacher nor the student were aware. So the verb here will always agree with the closest subject in a sentence. So, and students is in plural form. So were aware of the meeting. So this is the correct answer. B is the correct answer. Question 10. Choose the most appropriate word to complete the sentence. He was dash of his duty. He was dash of his duty. We have A, unaware. B, unconscious. Negligent, observant. Okay. He was unaware of his duty. No, it couldn't be that he was unaware of his duty. Everybody should know what they are supposed to do, their duty. So he was negligent would be better suited for this sentence. Now, as you practice a lot of past questions like this, it will help to attune your ears. When you hear some sentences or some grammatical wordings, you just know that this doesn't sound correctly, okay? Or when you see, you read it, you know, this doesn't sound correctly, because over time, you have been used to studying those questions. That's why studying past questions as this, reading novels and reading a lot of English literature is good and will help your English language generally. Now moving on to question 11 from 2009. Identify the figure of speech in the phrase, the wind was a howling wolf or an howling wolf. Okay, howling wolf. Okay, this is a metaphor definitely. Howling wolf. So what a metaphor? They link two unlike things together. So it's likening the wind to a howling wolf. So that's a metaphor. Anytime you see something like that, that's a metaphor. Make sure that it doesn't have has in it though. Okay, 12. Choose the correct word. The student was punished for dash his homework. The correct word here, we have forgetting, forget. For forget is one word, never. For forgotten, no. For forget, no, for forgetting his own work. The student was punished for forgetting his own work. Why? The gerund form forgetting is used after the preposition for. All right, so forgetting his own work. And 13 from 2002. The opposite of opaque is what? Opaque. Now, what's opaque? Opaque is something that is not clear, something that is foggy. So something that is foggy, what's the opposite of something that is foggy, that is not clear? We have translucent, transparent, shiny, foggy. So it definitely would be transparent. Opaque is like the glass, all those tinted glass, you cannot see through them. That's opaque. Whereas uh, glasses of cars that you can see through are transparent. Okay, so the opposite of opaque would be transparent. And then 14, we have choose the correct sentence. She can speak French and she does Spanish. She can speak French and she speaks Spanish. She speaks French and she can speak Spanish. She speaks French and she can speak Spanish. The words are they are so alike, they tend to confuse. She speaks French and she can speak Spanish. This looks better, okay? She speaks French, yes, and she can speak Spanish. Why? Because we are highlighting attributes. Let's see what they ask. The correct order for listing, yes, abilities or attributes is can plus the verb, with the verb in parallel form. Yes, when you are listing the attributes or the characteristics of something, there's got to be an S. Okay, yes, with the verb. Okay, 15. Hope you're enjoying this video. If you're enjoying it, make sure you hit the like or write in the comment section, I'm enjoying it. Then 15, choose the correct synonym. That's the closest word among the option for innovate. We have energize, weaken, strengthen, and encourage. Now, let me tell you a very interesting fact, okay? The man in the world who is said to have known the most amount of words was Shakespeare, okay? And he was said to have known about 21,000 words. You can imagine that in the dictionary, some dictionary have up to millions of words, yet he could only know 21,000. He only used 21,000 words throughout his lifetime. And he was said to be the one that knew the most words in the world. So what am I trying to say is that you would come across so many words that you've never seen before or heard before in exams. You shouldn't panic, okay? Shouldn't panic. Anyone you don't know and you're not able to get an idea of in the exam hall, you probably just have to leave, okay? You just have to leave them. So innovate, what's the correct synonym? Another word for innovate would be to weaken, okay? To weaken. And then 16, which of the following is a correct sentence? The book was so interesting, which I couldn't put down. The book was so interesting that I couldn't put it down. That's correct. So we shouldn't even waste our time on it. The book was so interesting, I couldn't put it down. Or the movie was so interesting, I couldn't get up. All right, to P. Good. Then 17, we have identify the type of sentence. How I wish I could see her again. This is beautiful. How I wish I could see her again. You can already see the punctuation there. And what is this punctuation? That's the exclamation mark. Okay, so this definitely is got to be an exclamatory sentence. Oh, I wish I could see him again. So that's an exclamatory sentence. 18. Okay, we have choose the correct preposition. The cat jumped. We have on, in, over, at the table. The cat jumped over the table. Okay, so the cat jumped over the table. Yes. So this is definitely going to be the most correct preposition here. Now, it's not like the cats also can jump on the table, but over sounds more the correct option. Then 19, the correct synonym for oblivious is, oblivious means to be unaware of something right before your very eyes, unaware. So the correct or the synonym for oblivious is we have aware, ignorant, knowledgeable, conscious. So aware, knowledgeable, conscious all seem to mean the same thing. So this is the one that stands out. Ignorant. He has no idea. So ignorant of something. He's an ignoramus. So he's oblivious of something. Question 20 from 2023. Okay, just 2 years ago. Which of the following words has the same meaning as reluctant? Reluctant. So all these are grammatical words now. Like I said before, okay, if you see grammatical words in your examination question that you've never come across before, don't panic, okay? Don't panic. Even William Shakespeare didn't know more than 21,000 words. So you just have to continue learning new words, all right? So don't panic. You can try to, guess the answer if you don't have an idea of the word at all, or you can skip. So which of the following words has the same meaning as reluctant? We have eager, unwilling, happy, delighted. Now, like I always said, I gave you the trick that when you see list of options, you always should first choose the two most incorrect options. Strike them out, and you'll be left with the two most correct ones. So from here now we can see eager, happy, delighted, all meaning the same thing. They all have the same similar meaning. So the only one here would be unwilling. It has the same meaning as reluctant. Moving on, 21. And what is reluctant? Hesitant, okay? Yeah. 21 from the year 2018. Which of the following is a correctly punctuated sentence? He went to the store and he bought us some bread. He went to the store. That's one idea. He went to the store, an idea, bought us the bread. That's another idea. So those are two short sentences or two phrases in a sentence. So he went to the store and bought some bread. He went to the store and bought some bread. He went to the store and bought some bread. Incorrect, incorrect. He went to the store. That's an idea. Bought some bread. That's another idea. So he went to the store and bought some bread. That's the correct answer. 22. What is the meaning of the word incessant? We have intermittent, continuous, brief, interrupted, okay? Incessant. So incessant means something that continues without interruption, usually referring to noise or action. Definitely you must have heard your teacher in school says, stop this incessant noise, okay? It's mostly used in relation to noise, okay? Something that, you just keep going, has no meaning and just keep going. So that's noise. So incessant would be continuous noise. All right. So moving forward, we have 23. Choose the correct sentence. I have much friends in the town. I have many friends in the town. I have much of friends in the town. I have more friends in the town. Okay, what's the correct word there? Many friends in the town. Much is not used for countable nouns. Okay, so many is used for countable nouns. Okay, what are countable nouns? Things you can count. Okay, we are talking about sand and stone now. They are uncountable nouns. So you can use much salt. There's much salt in the soup. We are talking about human beings. We are talking about buildings. Definitely can count these ones. Then you use many. I have many friends in town. I have many friends in the town. All right, that's correct. 24. Which of the following is a synonym for scrutinize? Scrutiny. Scrutinize is gotten from the word scrutiny. Okay? It says glance, observe, ignore, examine, or examine, or examine. That's to point a torch at. That's a phrase for it. Okay, so scrutinize means to examine something very closely, to put it under microscope. All right, so that's the correct synonym for scrutinize, to examine really closely, investigate. 25. Choose the correct form of the verb. If you dash earlier, you would have seen the film. Okay, remember with this, we talked about this before. This is an example of a past participle sentence, a sentence that is undergoing the process of past participle. So if you had come earlier, you would have seen the film. Because we have the have here, we've got to have a pregoing action to have the have here. So if you had come earlier, you would have seen the film. And then 26, from the year 2011. Which of the following words is a noun? Walk, walker, walked, walk, walking, walked, walker. Okay, what is a noun? A noun is a naming word, or like we were taught in primary school. A noun is the name of a person, animal, place, or thing. So from these options, what is a noun there? That's either the name of a person, an animal, a place, or a thing. It will be walker. Now the walker here don't mean somebody who has issues with the leg and is now using a walker to walk. No, it's talking about the name of a person. There is John Walker, Jane Walker. Okay, so this is the name of a person, Walker. So this is a noun. All right. 27. Choose the word that is most similar in meaning to concise. Concise. We are looking for the antonym of concise. We saw this question yesterday, and concise means accurate, exact. Okay, let's see what it means. Yeah, it says brief, to the point. All right, so concise, brief. Now we go on to 28. Choose the correct answer. She's the most dash girl in the class. Okay, these are superlative sentences. You know, we have positive, comparative, superlative. So she's the what? Okay, let's see. Most is not used before intelligent and it's already in the superlative form. Yes, so she's the most intelligent. You can't say she's the most more intelligent. Definitely not. Or she's the most or she's the most intelligenta. It's not correct. So she's the most intelligent girl in the class. 29. From 2016. What does the idiomatic expression "to bite the bullet" mean? All right, so we are in idiomatic expression now. That means to suffer through a painful or difficult situation, to make a difficult situation, to avoid confrontation, to apologize for a mistake. Let me give you a kind of illustration of what this "to bite the bullet" means. Let's say, for an example, a person has an injury on the leg, okay, and he goes to a pharmacy or to a chemist, and they are to administer antiseptic or methylated spirit on the wound. What do they often do? They would often give something to put in between your teeth, so that, because it's going to be so much painful and you may shout. So they will often give you something to put in between your teeth and bite on as they pour that liquid on the open wound. So that's what to bite the bullet means. To suffer through a painful situation. Is painful or is difficult. So biting the bullet is an expression used to explain that. Do you understand? Okay, 30. Which of the following sentences is grammatically correct? We have A. Neither the book nor the pencil is on the table. Pencils, sorry. Then we have B. Neither the book nor the pencils are on the table. This will be correct. B. Okay. Neither the book nor the pencils are on the table. Yeah. Next, 31. 2015. Which of the following word is a synonym for abandon? Abandon, to see the way I'm doing my hand, to put something behind you. To forsake, assist, protect, encourage. Forsake is the correct word. To abandon something is to forsake that thing. All right. And 32. From 2012. Choose the word that best complete the sentence. The dash of the plan was unexpected. The outcome, that's the result of the plan, was unexpected. Moving on, 33. Which of the following sentences is correct? She don't like swimming. She doesn't like swimming. She doesn't like swimming. She don't like swimming. Okay? She does not. When you see doesn't, it's just a brief. It's an abbreviation for she does not like swimming. It's either she does or she doesn't. So she doesn't like swimming. So this would be the correct sentence. Next, 34. What is the meaning of the phrase "to break the ice"? Okay, we have to start a difficult situation to literally break ice. No, to make something colder, to avoid a difficult situation. No, to start a difficult situation. We want to break the ice over this matter. So we want to start something, a difficult situation. All right, we are moving on. 35. Okay, choose the correct word. He was known for his dash in handling difficult situations. We have grace, graced, gracing, gracious. Okay, grace will be the correct word. Why? Because grace is often seen as uh, a person's ability, inner ability, or supernatural ability. Okay, so he was known for his grace in handling difficult situation, like a special way he does it. Okay, so that's what grace is, something special, unique to an individual. Okay, 36. uh 2010, which of the following sentences is correct? Everyone are excited for the match. Everyone is excited for the match. Everyone were excited for ah, everyone is excited for the match. Yes. So I said before that as you study a lot of these questions, your brain and your mind get attuned to grammatical words, to correctness of words. So when you are in a conversation or you hear words that are not correct or inaccurate, you say, this doesn't sound right, right? So everyone is excited for the match. This sounds correct. Now, 37. From the year 2018, choose the word that best fits the sentence. The manager was able to dash the issue before it escalated. We have ignore, address, avoid, evade. Okay, what are we talking about here? The manager was able to address the issue before it escalated. The sentence is telling us that the issue has gone bad. So before the issue, that the issue could go bad. So before the issue got bad, the manager fixed the issue, addressed the issue. Good. 38. Which of the following is a complex sentence? A complex sentence contains an independent clause and at least one dependent clause. Okay. I went to the store and I bought some bread. Although it was raining, we went out. She went to the park, they went to the meeting, and they came back. So this is the one that contains an independent and a dependent clause. We went out, although it was raining, we went out. This cannot stand on its own. Okay, we went out cannot stand on its own. There have to be a pre-clause to it. So it was raining, but we went out. That's good. So B is the correct answer. Now, if you want to learn more about that, you can always check for literature online, or you can even chat us up and we'll be happy to explain in depth some of these questions. 2020, what is the meaning of the word resilient? We have weak, strong, flexible, easily broken. Resilient means to be strong, to be able to withstand difficult or tough situation. So resilient. And then we have 40. Choose the correct word. He was dash enough to forgive her. He was kind enough to forgive her. He was kind enough to forgive her. That's 40. Then 41, we have, which of the following is a synonym for contemplate? We have ignore. Contemplate, it means something that goes on in the mind, okay? We have ignore, think, speak, complain, contemplate. That's think, okay? So think is the synonym for contemplate. It means what? To think deeply, to give something a lot of thoughts. 42, we have, choose the correct sentence. The dog ran quickly to the park. The dog quickly ran to the park. Quickly ran the dog to the park. Ran quickly. Ran quickly the dog to the park. So the correct answer will be A. Okay. The dog ran quickly to the park. Okay. 43, which we're going on a break soon. So 43, which of the following words is the opposite of optimistic? Optimistic means to be positively minded about something, about an event, okay? Hopeful, pessimistic, joy, sanguine. opposite. That would be pessimistic. So the opposite of optimistic is pessimistic. It's either you're optimist about something, a situation, a person, an individual, or you are pessimistic, you are a pessimist on those occasions I just mentioned. 44. What does the phrase "to be caught between a rock and a hard place" means? It's like you had from fry pan to fire. Okay, so to be caught between a rock and a hard place, it means what? To be in a difficult situation with no easy solution. That means uh, the solution you have, all the solutions you have are all difficult. All right, so there is no easy way out on this. Okay, so that's another expression that relates to this: to be caught between a rock and a hard place. It means to face two difficult choices with no easy one out of these ones. Then 45, 2019. What's the meaning of the word anomaly? Anomaly seems like an error. Okay, anomaly refers to something that deviates from what is standard, normal, or expected. Yes, an anomaly is like an error. So the meaning of the word anomaly, a deviation from the norm. It's not correct. It's not. This is not the way it should be. 46, from 2020. Which of the following is a compound sentence? Okay, a compound sentence. A compound sentence is a sentence that has two independent sentences joining it together. Okay, yeah, right? Yeah, two independent sentences joined by conjunction. Okay, so which of the following is a compound sentence? She's reading a book and is watching TV. What's an independent sentence? An independent sentence is a sentence that can stand on its own. Okay, so she's reading a book can stand on its own as a sentence. She's reading a book. He is watching TV can stand on its own. Then and joins them together to make them a complete, a compound sentence. Okay, so that's the correct option. A. 47, from 2013. Which of the following sentence is in the past perfect tense? Okay, she had gone to the store before I arrived. She goes to the store every day. She will go to the store tomorrow. She's going to the store now. She had. Whenever you see had, it tells of an ongoing action in the past. Okay, so it tells on an action that went on for a while. So she had gone to the store before I arrived. This is in the past participle. Let's see the explanation we have here. The past perfect tense is formed with had plus past participle, indicating that an action completed before another past event. So A is the correct answer, like I said. 48. Choose the correct answer. Neither my friend nor I are going to the party. Right? Is that correct? Yes, that's correct. B. Neither my friends nor I. Like we said before, the subject will always agree with the closest verb. Okay? So neither my friends, and friends is a plural word, so nor I are going to the party. Now, 49. Choose the correct sentence. If I will see him, I will tell him. If I see him, I will tell him. If I seen him, I will tell him. If I seen him, I will tell him. Interesting. B is the correct answer. If I see him, I will tell him. 50. Which of the following is a sentence with correct subject-verb agreement? This team are playing well. The team is playing well. The teams is playing well. The teams are playing well. We have the team are playing well. The team, because the team, okay, is a group. So, and you use singular preposition for such words. So the team is a group, okay? So the team is playing well. The team is a collective noun. I take the singular verb. Yes, so the team is playing well. That's correct. Thank you for staying with us up until the 50th video. We will have a short break and be right back. If you have not subscribed or liked this video yet, we want to hear from you. Give us feedback of how I am doing. If I had made mistake in answering any of the questions, you could give the correct answer in the comment section and we reason together. We'll be right back.